Dubai is luxurious and glamorous indeed. But do you know that over $1 trillion are wasted because of Dubai's corruption and scandals? How? Today, we are going to talk about some of the worst faces of Dubai that you may want to know. So let's get started. Saudi Arabia hides money in Dubai. UAE is one of the main places where Saudis with a lot of money hide it outside of their country. Dubai is the country's most profitable business group. Saudis put their money into Dubai's volatile stock market and buy expensive homes there. The UAE Central Bank asked banks in Dubai for information about 19 Saudis' bank accounts. In a corruption investigation, nearly all 19 people were put in jail, including the billionaire prince Al Walid bin Talal and the former head of the National Guard, Prince Miteb bin Abdullah. After the arrests, Dubai's stock market, which is the second most active in the Gulf, fell for 4 days. Recently, the market went down by 5%. It costs money to be corrupt. In February 2017, the ruler of Dubai spent an hour at the World Government Summit answering questions from Arabs. At the time, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid said that corruption wastes $1 trillion. Stop for a moment. $1 trillion. The huge amount of corruption in Dubai is wasting $1 trillion. It's hard to believe these terrible facts about the people of Dubai. Even though the city is rich, many people can't read or write and live in poverty. One can't help but wonder what the people of Dubai could do if they had access to all the city's resources. The sky's the limit. Corruption boils under a total monarchy. His Majesty Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai, says there is no room for corruption. Most of the cheating in his city is caused by the fact that he was born into a monarchy. A country can look bad if it doesn't have elections. The leaders of Dubai give high-paying government jobs to their family members. Residents of Dubai do this over and over again. When a monarch dies, their power goes to the next monarch. This means that the city must keep its power and wealth. Power can change even the best people. When you rule the world, you act like God to other people. Lord Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid took over as ruler of Dubai after his brother died in 2006. Almost no press freedom. In the past, Dubai put journalists in jail for small crimes. Journalists who wrote about political scandals were put in jail for up to 2 months. News was affected by monarchy, government, and wealth. The press was not honest or reliable. Crimes and wrongdoings did not change because of Dubai's laws about the press. In 2007, the government of Dubai said that journalists could no longer be locked up. Instead, they could only be fined. Journalists worry about going broke when they report on government crimes, corruption, and abuses of human rights. This doesn't just affect old forms of media. In 2013, a U.S. citizen and some people from the UAE were arrested for sharing a funny YouTube video. The video gave a bad impression of Dubai. The rules for the media in the UAE are clear and specific. They have corrupt building foundations. Dubai is a world treasure because of how it was built. When you look at this list, it's not hard to see why Dubai's building business is shady. In the last few years, fraud, bribery, or illegal building materials have messed up almost every building project in Dubai. Companies from all over the world have come to Dubai to build towers that are taller and more complicated. Why would a smart business owner build anywhere else when they can get supplies from illegal and immoral sources in Dubai and hire workers for very little money? Dubai projects bring in a lot of money for these business owners. They can spend that money at the billionaire's playground. Who cares about being honest when it's fun to be bad? Being imprisoned could mean death. Dubai has been blamed for a lot of unfair detentions. A lot of prisoners in Dubai have said that they were hurt and almost killed. 2 of these stories should be in the news. Lee Bardley Brown, who was 39 years old, was in Dubai when he was arrested for swearing. His dreams of running away from real life turned into nightmares. Police say that Brown was beaten until he was unconscious. Brown reportedly went 6 days at the Bur Dubai police station without eating or drinking. He couldn't get in touch with his lawyer. Brown died in prison. David Haig said that he was tortured into telling the truth. While he was running Leeds United, Haig was accused of laundering money. Guards in Dubai tased, beat, and torched Haig to get him to say what he did. Dubai jail guards cut off prisoners' fingernails, throw bugs at them, douse them with cold water in front of fans, keep them awake for up to 20 days without letting them sleep, and hurt them in other ways. Dubai mountains, slave labor camps. Photos of Dubai from 10 years ago. Now look at the pictures of the big city monument in Dubai. The situation has changed in a big way. Over the course of a decade, the city-state was built. This decade moved quickly. The secret to how quickly Dubai was built isn't as shiny as its walls. Slaves were used to build Dubai quickly, just like Egyptians were used to build the pyramids. Worse, the camps where slaves work in Dubai are still open. At a time when most of the world thinks slavery is wrong, Dubai uses it to build. Many people in the city live in a cruel way. They put Dubai together. They just keep growing the city. In 2 years, poverty has grown by 80%. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid said that corruption is one reason why poverty in the area has gone up by 80% in the last 2 years. He said that 57 million Arabs, both in Dubai and elsewhere, can't read or write. 30 million are living in poverty. They are mostly poor. Last year, more than 13 million Arab children did not go to school. These numbers don't just count the Arabs in Dubai. Poverty in such a rich place still surprises us. This decay can only be seen by a government and people who are not honest. You'd think that people would help those in need when they have so much money. Corruption doesn't care about anything, though. Debt makes Dubai impossible. As was already said, Dubai doesn't like it when people have debts. Dubai's debtors are in a lot of trouble. If you don't have money, you could spend at least 6 months in jail for your crimes. Please make sure you don't have any debts before you quit your job and leave the city-state. As was said above, if you leave a job with debt, you will go to jail. You can get more than just time in jail. Prisoners can't buy tickets for planes. Dubai traps debtors. The worst part of this rule? Once someone is in jail, they can't work to make money to pay off their debts. This keeps them in Dubai forever. Dubai doesn't have fair courts. If you ever have to go to court in Dubai, good luck. Many people say that it shouldn't be a surprise that the trials in Dubai were biased. Others say that they have seen police put illegal drugs in cars before arresting the driver at random. Why should we expect a fair trial when someone questions Dubai's rules, corruption, or something else bad? People worry about leaving bad jobs. Dubai's privacy law says that if you leave your job, your employer has to tell your bank. Banco, the safe place to put your money away. The government says this is because of debt. Leaving the city-state could be hard on your head and heart. Dubai doesn't care if you used to live somewhere else. If you work in Dubai, you have to follow their rules. If you quit your job, your bank will find out. Our goal is for people in Dubai to be able to change jobs without being punished. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel and like the video.